How the First World War began. The simplest answer is that the immediate cause was the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, the Archduke of Austria-Hungary. His death at the hands of Gavrilo Princip, a Serbian nationalist with ties to the secretive military group, known as the Black Hand, propelled the major European military powers towards war. The events that led up to the assassination are significantly more complicated, but most scholars agree that the gradual emergence of a group of alliances between major powers was partly to blame for the descent into war. By 1914, those alliances resulted in the 6 major powers of Europe coalescing into 2 broad groups. Britain, France, and Russia formed the Triple Entente, while Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy comprised the Triple Alliance. As these countries came to each other's aid after the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, their declarations of war produced a domino effect. CNN lists these key developments. June 28, 1914. Gavrilo Princip assassinates Franz Ferdinand. July 28, 1914. Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia. August 2, 1914. Ottoman Empire, Turkey, and Germany sign a secret treaty of alliance. August 3, 1914. Germany declares war on France. August 4, 1914. Germany invades Belgium, leading Britain to declare war on Germany. August 10, 1914. Austria-Hungary invades Russia. According to Sheffield, the First World War began for 2 fundamental reasons. First, decision-makers in Berlin and Vienna chose to pursue a course that they hoped would bring about significant political advantages even if it brought about general war. Second, the governments in the Entente states rose to the challenge. Which nation was the primary aggressor? Sir Richard J. Evans, Regius Professor of History at the University of Cambridge, disagrees, arguing that Serbian nationalism and expansionism were the root cause of the conflict. Serbia bore the greatest responsibility for the outbreak of WW1, Evans says, and Serbian backing for the Black Hand terrorists was extraordinarily irresponsible. Why did the US join the war? Until the US Congress declared war on Germany in April 1917. President Woodrow Wilson had strained every political sinew to keep the country out of the conflict. Author Patrick Gregory writes for the BBC. But in May 1915, when a German U-boat torpedoed and sank the British passenger liner the Lusitania as it crossed the Atlantic, killing 1,198 of the 1,962 people on board. The attack provoked shock and fury across the world. Among the dead were 128 Americans, putting substantial pressure on the government to abandon its neutral stance on the conflict. In response to the outcry, Kaiser Wilhelm II halted U-boat operations in the Atlantic. Nevertheless, the pro-war sentiment in the US continued to fester, and when Germany announced plans to resume its naval strikes on passenger ships in January 1917, it exploded. Public opinion was further inflamed, writes Gregory, over the emergence of a telegram, supposedly from the German Foreign Minister Arthur Zimmermann to Mexico offering military assistance if the US entered the war. Observers soon came to believe that the change in public feeling made US entry into the war inevitable, and 8 weeks later Congress approved a resolution declaring war on Germany.